Ah!
I'm starting to get pretty nervous. Take a deep breath. We have a life on our hands about to die out here.
We ain't gonna start being a pussy now, I guess.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. This week we are taking our boat out. Finally, we're gonna test out our frankensails. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'll link it down below. But we patched up our sails, and it's a little, what would you say? How would you explain it?
Non-traditional?
Non-traditional way of fixing your sails.
Super ghetto. Super ghetto.
We're hoping it works. We're gonna test them out. We're gonna make sure our motor's still working properly because eventually we should be leaving, but we wanna, what is it called when you take the boat out?
Shakedown.
Shakedown? I don't know why. We're not
sail.
shaking anything, so.
We might. Never know. Yeah, so pretty much we're trying to lie and say that we want to check everything out and do some shakedown, yada yada, and check our systems. But really we're just dying to sail. It's been months since we've had the breeze in the sails. I want to heel this bad boy over and you feel like a sailor again, you know. Get out there into the wild blue.
All right, come along.
So I got my frankensail up. Ah! Gotta love that feeling. Gotta love it. Alright, so I'm going to call the frankensail a success. It's probably blowing about 20 knots right now. With just the frankensail up, we're doing 6.5, you know, 5.5 to 6.5 miles per hour. It's giving me a pretty good cut into the wind. I think overall it's doing pretty well. I'm happy with that sail. Had a little bit of a hiccup with our ignition. I think it tripped and it was running my starter for like 10 minutes straight. So it might have fried my starter, don't know. I'm sailing back into Luperon Bay now with no power. So, a little nervous, but, you know, we ain't gonna start being a pussy now, I guess. So yeah, overall.
So we have to sail back into the bay is what you're saying?
Yeah, we have to sail all the way.
The wind's not gonna work for that.
We have to sail all the way back to the mooring ball. It's working for now, so we're gonna do what we gotta do. If we gotta anchor in the bay and I gotta swim to get my dinghy, I'll do that. I think we'll be fine though, but yeah, get a shot of the speeds that we're getting here.
I'm starting to get pretty nervous. We're coming back to the opening of the anchorage. Matt seems like he is either pretending or he really is confident that he thinks he can sail to the mooring ball. But we might have to throw our anchor down. We might have to pull some crazy moves. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can because this could be a disaster. That's how I'm feeling about it. The worst that could happen is that we can't stop sailing in and we just crash into everybody else's boat. Is that the worst? Or we crash into the rocks? Crashing!
The worst is crashing into the rocks. If we get in the bay, I'll just put the anchor down wherever I'm at. And I'll drop the sail.
Oh, you're right. We could just do that. Alright, that's good. I wasn't thinking that. I don't know, I'm just like thinking we gotta get back to the mooring ball, but you know, if it's an emergency, it's an emergency.
I'm sailing back to the mooring ball. I already know I'm gonna get so much heat from you guys saying, We told you that thing was a death trap and you're gonna die out there. So now I gotta prove my sailing.
Is that your old man voice? Keep making jokes, it's making me feel better. Bear's not taking it very well either. She hasn't been sailing in a long time and she's having a blowout.
It's like 6-foot waves out there. It's blowing really hard. I said, hey Kristen, we should probably do this tomorrow. And Kristen said, why don't we just do it today?
No, that's not what happened at all, and I'm not gonna fight with you right now. So I'm just gonna say I'll agree and let the captain be right. As long as he gets us back to our spot, then I'll just say okay, whatever. But this was not my idea. Well, the wind's pretty much dying now that we're entering the bay.
Yeah, I don't got much wind, but I'm creeping along. I can keep steerage, but I don't know. I'm thinking I'll probably have to put my anchor down here and go get my dinghy and tow us in, because the
You're gonna swim all the way back?
gonna have to, yeah, because the tide's going out, so the tide's running against us. We're only be able to sail like 2 knots, and the tide's going against me. So I'm only making about 2 knots right now, so that's not even enough to really steer the boat. You speak English?
Do you speak English?
Yes.
No French? Okay.
My motto is Tremau.
Okay.
No, can you? No
I, you go on the road.
See, no auxiliary.
You see me?
See, no. My motor is broken.
Ah. Okay.
Does he need help?
I think he's just gonna bump me.
No problem. But you don't go on this way.
This way.
Yes. Okay. I push you.
Bro, this is awesome. Some guy's pushing me with his dinghy. This thing's legit.
Who knows? We didn't call on the radio for help, so who knows how he knew.
The gods, they have their hands upon you sometimes.
Push. Push on the right. Please. On the right.
This way?
No, right. Yeah.
See, I have here.
No problem.
Alright guys, we made it back to our mooring ball. No bad things happened, luckily. That man saved us. He didn't even tell us his name, did he? He literally dropped us off at our mooring ball. We hurried up and hooked it, and then he flew off.
Yep, I said, merci beaucoup, mon ami. Au revoir. That's what I told him. But yeah, nice old French guy helped me out. Definitely saved me some time, that's for sure, because I would have had to anchor in that channel, swim all the way back to where I'd left my dinghy on our mooring ball, and then I would have had to take my own dinghy out there and push us in. So he helped me out, saved me an hour or so. Didn't do you guys any favors though. It would have probably been more entertaining for you guys to watch me swim everywhere.
Alright, sorry, we had to move because of the sun. Anyways, so things didn't go to plan, and luckily this was a shakedown sail and not our sail actually to Puerto Rico. The sails looked really good though, so we're happy about those.
Yeah, frankensail held his own. I'm pretty hyped on that deal.
Yeah.
Really easy to control, pulled us pretty tight into the wind. I mean, we had a surplus of wind, 20 plus knots out there. But I think he did really good. I liked the sail. It fell down. It was much easier to handle. I mean, we were pulling 5-6 miles per hour just under that head sail alone. So, and we were pulling pretty close to the wind at that, so that's good. Made it a lot easier to control the rig. The Dodger kept some of the spray off of us. It was a little saltier though. We're gonna have to
got splashed right in the face. We need the side panels.
We're gonna have to do side flaps because it was when we got about 2.5, 3 miles off the coast here. It was some swell out there. I'll say that.
Yeah, it probably wasn't 100% best conditions to go out today. It was, well, we thought we're just going out for a quick sail, like a sunset sail, not quite sunset. Just check out our sails, check things out, see if the motor's gonna work properly. And there was a little more waves than we expected, but that's fine.
Yeah, I was a naughty captain. I knew that the waves were going to be pretty big out there, and I knew that it wasn't really favorable.
You knew the waves were going to be big?
I didn't know it was going to be big, but I knew it wasn't going to be.
They were more than you thought, though.
I mean, you don't go out for pleasurable sails on your home when
waves.
it's 20 plus knots of wind. That's not something you really do for fun. You don't even really want to go out and sail on that. Like, there's lunatics that do it and racers that do it, but if you live here, you know, the cat threw up. It was not nice of me, but I'm going back to the States for almost 2 weeks. And I wanted to sail. I've been staring at this mooring field for the last 5 months, and you know, I wanted to swing my nuts, and I did. But
and your nuts fell right off.
My nuts hit the flow.
Well,
but it was fun.
Well, what happened with the motor? So we can share what's happening, or we're not sure yet.
I'm gonna have to diagnose. That's for sure. I'll be crawling back in there before we leave. But I need to get a new ignition switch. I think. With my ignition switch, I kind of have to toggle it, and I think maybe, I don't know, with the swell or something, it kicked in, and it was basically just running my starter.
But we couldn't hear it because we had unlatched something else.
Well, we were sailing in 20 knots of wind, and our diesel motor was running, so you're not going to hear anything over that. But anyway, it was running, but I have some fuses and things like that lined up that I think maybe we didn't do too much damage to it, because when it was just getting too hot. And when it gets to a certain temperature, there's some firewalls and things that we have up. So hopefully we didn't destroy our starter. If we did, y'all are going to get to see a little more of how to rebuild a starter in Luperon. That'll be the next episode. But I think it'll be fine. I think once I get in there, I can take it apart and play with it. But we'll see. But the sails did great. I blew a block, though. I did blow a block out, so that sucks, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a bummer. But I don't know. The sails did good. We sailed almost all the way back into the harbor. We would have been able to sail all the way back in, but that
Very
guy...
slowly.
Yeah, that guy rolled up and said, hey, I'll push you back in. And I said...
Well, he didn't say that. He said whatever he said.
Well, he was speaking French, and I was trying to speak English, and I could tell him that it was... My situation was... Très mal. Yeah, I learned that in 7th grade. So, yeah, and he said, okay, I'll just push you in. But it was pretty funny. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to be too like uncomplimentary of the guy, but he kept telling me where to steer, and we just went out, so I knew my track coming in. He's like, push to the right, push to the right. You will go.
No, he's a nice guy, and definitely when we see him at land, we're buying him a beer.
I'm gonna buy him a
he
cerveza
saved us.
for sure. And
He
if I don't
saved
see
us
him at
some
land,
hell.
I know where his boat is, and I'm gonna drop him one off. He saved me some time, and you know, but we had it under control. It just would have been a pain in the ass.
Typical guy thing to say. I'm thankful for
We
him.
knew where we were going.
He made me feel a lot more at ease.
Oh no, I'm hyped. But
And like I told you, like since we were yelling at each other about what happened, I told you we should take the dinghy just in case our motor cancels so we could be able to push ourselves
we
in.
would have had to take the motor off the dinghy, mount the motor, put it up front. We couldn't have towed it behind. I know you saw those waves.
Maybe.
Think we could have towed it behind? Think it would have worked out better?
This is a typical relationship on a sailboat. We argue about what could have been done better.
There is
and
no
who would have
relationship
known.
on a sailboat. There's a captain and there's a first mate, okay? And I know my role.
So rude.
I know I'm the first mate, so whatever you say goes. And
Get ready for the dog bed for the rest of your life.
The dog bed. Bear probably threw up.
No, Bear did throw up. She wasn't feeling it.
Tell the truth.
She's normally...
Tell him the real truth.
I thought she was having like a seizure because she was doing like some tongue movement. She was panicking, so I had to hold her and wrap her in a blanket, and then she was fine. But as soon as I had to put her down to do something, like she was panicking.
So as I'm sailing through a channel 800 feet wide here, she's coming up to me saying, the cat just keeps going like this. And I'm like, what? I said, she's fine. She's just throwing up. I said, I got other stuff going on right now. She's like...
She's never done that before, though, because we've sailed before, obviously, to get here.
Well,
and she's never done that before.
What you did to put my mind at ease, because I was like, she's fine. You know, she'll be all right. And you were like... Her immediate words were, she's stroking out. And as you guys know, Bear is my life. Bear is my heart.
Yeah, so that's not you were all up in arms about the motor, and I said take a deep breath. We have a life on our hands about to die out here.
Bear is stroking out.
So basically, guys, this shakedown sail went to hell in a handbag.
It was
But we
fun.
made
I
it
had
back.
fun.
Nothing horrible happened. Our whole boat didn't get a hole, thank God. But we kept it together. You said calm down to me about the cat, and I said calm down to you about the motor, and then we calmed down. And then that guy in his little panties flew on by and said, I save you. And I said, yes.
He said, I save you, stupid Americans. No, I said, you motherfuckers.
Okay, that's a little
don't know how
better.
to sail your boat like a French person would sail their
Oh yeah,
boat.
he just kept telling us, go into the wind to get your mooring. And we were like, we know how shallow it is behind our boat, so we didn't want to scoop and come back in to get our mooring
this guy
ball.
just got here a day ago, and he's trying to swing daddy on us about where we
You have to
go.
be really nice about this guy. He helped us.
no, and I'm
Leave
saying
it
he
in the
did help
comments down below, guys.
The more French people I meet, the more I like French people, though. They're ball busters. He's hilarious. Like, he's saving me, so he knows I can't say shit to him. And he goes, how much draw does your boat draw? And I said, 5 feet. And he goes, ugh. And he said, that makes you put your fingers in your nose. And I was
did
like,
that?
yeah, hilarious.
I might have caught it on camera. I don't know. I think I was like, blacking out a little bit. But we made it. We're good to go. This is probably not the most entertaining video.
So what we can take from this bullet points wise, got some motor work coming up. Pick a really, really, really favorable window, because once you get miles offshore here, it blows up. And 3 frankensails killed it.
But thanks for watching, guys. It's not our most exciting video, but it's pretty eventful, I feel like.
I was excited. I was like, this sucked.
It's crazier than our normal ones, I think.
Yeah, if we had better equipment, we could have gotten more shots. Like, I did a MacGyver dive into the dinghy when we were coming in, because he would just pushed us in. So I said, Kristen, you steer. I got like a long rope, and I just dove into the dinghy and grabbed the mooring ball.
Yeah, but we can't film that unless you had like a GoPro strapped on your head. The thing is, sailing and filming is a lot harder than people make it look.
If we had a waterproof camera, I could have taken the waterproof camera with
the GoPro.
No, well, yeah, I guess I could have taken the GoPro.
Strapped it to your head.
But it never plays right. You need
It could play right. We just weren't prepared. Filming and sailing is a lot. It's a big deal.
For the people that do it well, kudos to you.
Yeah, you need a really good waterproof camera. I try to use my main camera that you guys are looking at out of right now, and splashes are coming. Like, it's a disaster, but
it's a nightmare.
Let's wrap it up. We're blabbing on for a long time.
Hey guys, thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out our sail. I hope you liked seeing us out in the blue waters. We did get into about 1,000 feet of water today, and it was great, and we did it just for you guys.
It was great. Anyways, thanks guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, share this video, share it to all your friends. Say, hey, watch, these people are going to kill themselves one day. Let's keep waiting for it to happen, because it probably will happen one day, but that's okay.
Yeah, if you got a friend out there who's got a boat that's not that great, and he's always upset and wishes he had a nicer boat, just say, hey, check out these assholes. They have an even worse boat than you, and it breaks down every 45 minutes.
Alright, bye guys.